All right, guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's up, guys? It's Pick'em with HuddleGG, and in today's video we're going to talk about how we can stop one of the most annoying offenses in Madden ever since it was introduced into the game a few years back. The offense I'm referencing is Gun Monster, and it can be a headache to stop if you don't have a plan when you first see your opponent in this offense. The great news is, this tip is very simple and should carry forward perfectly into Madden 24. So with that being said, let's jump into it. And for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, it is going to be Gun Monster RPO Zone Alert out of the Spread or Pass Balance playbook. Now, the reason people run this play is because it causes some alignment issues for our defense. Okay, so if they come out on this play and we have default alignment on, you can see that because the offensive tackles are split out wide, it's going to cause our defensive ends to split out wide as well, and it gives us a numbers advantage offensively up the middle. That's what this entire formation is designed to do, is to confuse the defense and give us the numbers advantage on offense somewhere. Okay, so if the defense looks like this, we have the numbers advantage up the middle. We have 3 blockers, they only have 3 defenders. They could just call hike over and over and over and be able to get an easy 10 to 15 yards before anyone really even makes contact with the ball carrier. Now, the other thing that people will try to do on defense in this moment is they're going to base align. Okay, a lot of people tell you to base align, but what you'll see here now is it gives us the advantage to the right side of the field, because that defensive end moved in, and now all we have to do is say hike and throw this screen pass, and now we have the number advantage out here, and it's going to be another 5 to 10 yards really easily before anyone makes contact with the ball carrier. So how do we stop this? Let's talk about that. But before we do, make sure you do hit that subscribe button and notification button so you never miss any of our uploads. And for those of you that don't know, AntCap and myself started streaming each week on our Twitch channel, so make sure you go follow us over there as well for live streams, where just this past week we had this specific question which we went over live on stream. We have a lot of big plans for Madden 24, so make sure you follow all of our social platforms, which will be linked in the description below. Now, let's get back to stopping this offense, okay? Now, what we want to do to stop this is we want to come out. First of all, we want to make sure that our defensive coaching adjustments are set to auto flip defensive play call on and auto alignment set to default. Okay, now the formation we want to come out in, we actually have a couple we can use, right? I just say the normal looking nickel formations, right? So nickel 2-4, nickel over, and even big nickel will work, right? Where we just have the 4 down base defensive linemen, the 2 linebackers behind them, and then our 5 DBs. Okay, so what we're going to do for this video is we're going to come out in big nickel, and the play that we want is going to be cover 1 hole. Okay, what a lot of people will tell you to do is base align and then put your defensive ends on hard flats. Now, this setup alone is not my favorite because, one, we now only have 2 people rushing on defense, so we could get weak box even if they do try to run it here against a loaded box. But also, if they do try to throw this out to the outside, you can see that the help is coming from the inside of the field and it's leaving the sideline wide open. Okay, so if we look at this here real quick, if they throw this to the outside, the defensive end can get out there and make a play, as you see he does here. But if they break this tackle, they have this entire outside of the field wide open to go down and score, right? Now, if the defensive end doesn't get there and they're able to get a good rack animation up the field, they're just going to be able to start and go and run, easy touchdown, right? So how are we going to stop this? How are we going to defend this? We don't want to base align. We want to stay exactly how we are here. Okay, so you can see what we did now with this specific defensive call is we made it so the offense has nowhere on the field where they have the numbers advantage. Okay, you see up the middle, we have 4 people to their 3, and then on the outside, we have 3 people to their 2 blockers, right? Because those receivers are not going to be blocking, so we have the defensive end and the 2 DBs on each side. So we're going to have 3-on-2 on the outside, and we're going to have 4-on-3 up the middle, and then we also have this guy here. Because when they're running this formation, they're only going to be in the RPO zone alert. If they try something else, it's not going to work, especially with our man coverage. So we can come up here and load the box as well. Okay, we do want to make a few adjustments before the play, though, to make this work even better. What we want to do first is we want to shift the line away from the running back. Okay, so that's left on the D-pad and then right or left on the right stick, depending on which side the running back is on. Okay, from there, we want to blitz all linebackers. So that's going to be right on the D-pad and down on the right stick. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like so far. And now from here, we want to put those defensive ends in the hard flats. okay, but I want to leave them out wide. Okay, from here, you want to come down here with your user and stand here. Now, you'll see if they try to hand this off, they're going to have nowhere to go, and we're going to be able to make the tackle easily just because we have so many people in the middle of the field. But the other reason why I like the setup this way is if we set this up again, crash away from the running back, we're going to blitz all linebackers and then put the defensive ends in hard flats. Okay, so from here, we come up here, and now this is going to be our user, so if they try to throw this, we can now come over here. We're going to be able to play the inside of the field, but because we leave our defensive ends out wide, they're going to be able to force or funnel that receiver back into our user. Okay, so you see here, again, they can't run it up the middle. We have too many people, but if they throw this, they don't have the wide open sideline now because we have the outside leverage with these guys. So what it's going to do is it's going to force them to run back into the middle of the field, which is where our user is going to be running from to make the tackle as well. But here you can see that they're not even going to be able to get to the middle of the field, but they can't get outside, they can't get inside with this particular setup. Okay, so if we do it one more time here and they try to, again, throw it the other way. So let's say that we set it up and they try to throw it to the left. Again, with our user, we don't really have to help out with the run. So what we want to do here is we want to sit in the middle, see which way he throws it, and then we're going to come over here and help because, again, we're going to have someone free at that player, but just in case he breaks that tackle, we want to make sure that we're there with our user as well. For those of you that made it to the end of this video, that means you're serious about becoming a better Madden player, and we're here to help. On our website at HuddleGG, we're running a promo right now where you get our pro level subscription for the price of our standard subscription, and you will have that price locked in as long as your account stays active. I've said for a while, our standard subscription price being $9.95 a month is an absolute steal, but getting the pro level benefits for the same price is unbelievable. So make sure you head over to HuddleGG and lock this price in before August 31st. Have a blessed day.